Alright everyone, welcome back to the aquarium. Today, we're not going to be testing weapons. We've got to cover the DEVSTREAM. It was a big one, like, quite a big one. I mean, it was the 1 million subscriber DEVSTREAM, so they had that. Had a celebration after where Pablo very handily got his stalker self beat down by randoms. It was beautiful. Now, I'm just going to bring in some of this. This is the DEVSTREAM. These are some of the stats. We're just going to have them run on screen just so everyone can see them while we talk about the other things. Now, first off, Plague Stars here. There will be a video coming on that and how to do that as quickly and easily as possible. Overall, the other things they announced, they're going to be focusing on performance increases for the rest of the year. I mean, it's nice. We'll see how it plays out. I'm skeptical. They did not decide to roll out the whiteboard. It's like they learned they couldn't hit those goals last year. Big surprise there. And stats. Stats are running right now. The other things that they mentioned is they clearly mentioned a lot of corpus and how they're just looking at the corpus for changes. Kind of in every way, especially for Railjack. They did mention they want to rework Railjack missions to be very different for the corpus than for the Grenier. Hopefully that's for the better. They did say it would be more focus on capital ships rather than a focus on fighters, and I can only dream that that's going to be the case. That would be amazing. After that, they also mentioned reworks to liches. The liches now, instead of just snapping your spine, they're just going to hold you down and tickle you for 5 minutes. And then just run away, you know? Much better, right? Just kidding, guys. They've mentioned some big changes coming to the lich system. They only hinted at most of them. The biggest, most concrete one they gave us was that you will be able to turn in a Kuva weapon, and you will get a token or a beacon that when you kill your next lich, it'll have the weapon you want. Oh, that's frickin' amazing. That's half the grind right there. Still wish they would look at the RNG. That bonus element nonsense is nonsense. It's complete garbage, and it never should have been done the way it is. Not 20 to 60. Just it needs to go away, and hopefully they'll change that. They also mentioned they really didn't like how it's a guaranteed fail to progress. Because right now, whenever the lich snaps your spine, you get 1/5 progress towards the next murmur, which it's nice. But you get your spine snapped, and your lich ranks up. It's not the mechanic they were looking for. And, you know, there are problems with it. Hopefully they'll come up with something better. Or just changing the thralls, because right now, hunting down the thralls is really boring, actually. I'm only missing a couple of the Kuva weapons right now, 4 to be exact, and that's just because I can't hunt any more thralls. You do a mission, you get like 5 thralls, and you go, oh, I need to do 10 more missions to get 1/3 of this. I need to do 30 more missions? Ugh. You can do it. It's just one crazy grind. Like, ain't nobody got time for that nonsense. Forget that. Get that crap out of here. But we still did it. Painfully. The other thing that Steve mentioned, I believe they're done with stats right now. Oh, no. Going into the more stats. Experience. Here we go. Favorite thing about Warframe. Action and combat. The movement system, how people fight, how people play. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. That is exactly why a lot of people play this game over others. Art, style, and setting. What setting? We need more lore. And he did mention that they want to bring more lore. Customization depth. Not my jam, but is pretty neat. What did we enjoy the most? And you might notice Empyrean, and yes, there are 2 reds, which is stupid. I don't know why they did it that way, but there are 2 reds. Empyrean, that's this 34%. This other red is right here. New Warframes. Okay. Nightwave. We've got some big fans. And new boss fights. That's actually pretty interesting to me. Empyrean, 1/3. We'll talk about that in a second. Cosmetics are on there. And they're they're a tiny sliver. Melee reworks, tiny sliver. Kuva Liches, tiny sliver. Empyrean is the crazy winner. Sorry, I have that backwards. The melee reworks. Yeah, I just realized I had that backwards. The melee reworks were more favored than the boss fights. That one really threw me off. Kuva Liches were the most hated, almost 40%. So more people hated Liches than more people enjoyed Empyrean. Okay, and Empyrean has a solid 17.5%. So almost all the new content we enjoyed the least. New Warframe, who cares? Nightwave, okay, you got some people saying Nightwave isn't the great. And okay. New cosmetics, I feel people like that. Melee reworks. Melee reworks is this lighter one. That's solid. Looks like melee reworks were the best winner this year. And come on, let's go a little bit faster. If I... Oh, there we go. The grind. The grind is what people hate the most, followed by bugs. And guys, that's 60%. No, yeah, that's 60% hate the grind and the bugs. Everything else, the 40% is split. Each of these is less than 10%. Clearly, D can see where they need to do their reworks. We can go faster. Because we got places to be and cooler things to talk about. The daily crowd is the crowd that wins. No surprises there. Overall balance. I'm just kind of showing these so you can see them. I don't think anything useful is gained from these. I really don't. And then we also have to show the star. The star. Oh, come on. And it is, yep, the star of everything. Fix, more new content. More less, more old, more lore, more C, and Railjack. Yep, very interesting word soup. It's kind of worthless. The community is clearly extremely divided on a lot of things. After that, there are new cards coming. New cards, got a bunch of them. Not my jam, gonna skip ahead of them. We've got some new corpus, new lore coming with the corpus, and with that, we also... Well, no, not what we're looking for. Oh, just so everyone can see her. For our deluxe, something to note. And we'll get to her in just a moment. They also announced a new MOA, a melee MOA, with the chicken head. Yep, Yep, that's right. D has made the killer chicken. Yeah, the killer robot chicken. Yes, I know, but killer melee chicken. Oh dear, what have we done? I really can't wait to see how this chicken goes and pecks my enemies to death. Oh, should be great. It's also going to come with a Fortuna expansion, and then this is the new frame, Vauban's niece. Looks like odalisk, although eh, I kind of hope they change that name. That's a weird name. Her abilities. The first one is going to be a grenade. You're going to be able to charge it, and you're going to be able to just throw it out there. It's some C as well as some AoE damage, and Pablo kind of described it. Yep, that's Pablo on screen right now. He kind of described it as in... Well, his description changed. I had to watch it 3 times, and his description wasn't consistent. This is the very earliest steps of this Warframe, and it's neat to see it. After her first ability, her second ability is going to be a short-term turret with AoE damage. It's only going to have one direction, it's only kind of going to shoot at things in one direction, and it's going to be extremely short duration. He was kind of, conflicted on that, and I see that being changed, and I see that coming out and it just being trash. Her third ability they're calling it Patcher. It's going to be a buff ability. It's going to restore health, ammo, and energy. And yeah, that's right. That's right. This Warframe, not only you're getting heals off of one ability, you're getting energy, and you're getting bullets. That's very interesting. Ammo, who cares about? But health and energy, holy crap, at the same time! Holy crap! That's awesome. That's freaking amazing. Her fourth ability just makes this, oh my gosh, so much worse, or maybe so much better. And her fourth ability is a temporal anchor. So you're going to lock down a place, you're going to pick a point in time, and all of your stats are going to be saved. All your energy, all your health, everything like that. And then you're going to get a timer. And once that timer is up, you're going to revert back to that place with your health and your energy where it was. Yeah, I don't see any problems with that. Gosh, the most game-breaking thing ever right there. And it just makes it worse because her 3 is health and energy all at the same time. Like, what? What? And her passive is kind of crazy. Her passive is it gives you plus 100% strength for every fourth ability cast. Goofy, super goofy, but pretty sweet actually all around. I'm super excited for her. Some other things that are coming: an armor rework. They're going to change it so that it kind of plateaus, and at higher levels it doesn't scale. It's going to be an S curve, and keep in mind it's going to be an S tilted on its side. So you're going to see sharp increases at lower levels. That way enemies do get tougher as you progress. And then that armor progression is kind of going to stop. They were using level 80 and level like 100 and 120 Noxes, or not Noxes, Bombards, as an example of armor. And it was a solid reduction, like 1/3, almost half the armor. That makes scaling kind of interesting. I really don't know where they're going with that. Because really, to get those high levels, you need because everything just falls off. It's not just armor. They have tons of health. Now, maybe they can increase that with small reworks and get us out to level 200 content. But then, the whole time they were talking about that, I was just thinking, okay, you're reworking armor. Why the heck did you make railjack enemies so crazy up armored then? Like, what? Because not only are they higher level, they have crazy more armor. It doesn't make sense. And a lot of these changes feel half-baked. Or halfway implemented, I should say. It seems like they have a vision and a goal, and they roll out a couple of changes. Those changes are unpopular, so they leave those changes in, and then dump the overall goal instead of seeing out their vision. Not a huge fan. They did also want to mention that some things, they're working on making certain things legitimately challenging. Not just getting one shot, but actually challenging. And the last thing I really want to mention about this, they mentioned an infested rework, and infested microplanets. Let's see if we can find those infested microplanets. I think I blew right by them. Yep, I blew right by them. There they are. Infested microplanets. This would be a super cool rework, or super neat thing to see. New infested missions that you have to fly your railjack to. Maybe fight through space a little bit, fight through some infested in the railjack missions, and then land and do a few missions there. It's kind of neat. It'd be cool if they implemented that. They didn't go into a ton of depth about that, so I'm going to skip over that. The last thing that they mentioned, or that I want to mention on video, is the archwing rework. They are going to move everything around. It's all Elytron, Amesha, and Odonata. All of them are getting complete reworks. Everything is going into the modular system. That to better kind of to make things better in Railjack, because right now Amesha is the only one, and really only a couple of strategies with Amesha. You don't have a ton of flexibility. You have one Archwing, and that's it. You do not have any others to do anything with. That's really scary. I mean, I've got all of my Archwings formed and built out, kind of exactly where I want them. I'm not super excited about that. Granted, all of the builds at this point are identical, or pretty close to identical. Some have the augments, some don't. That's really the only change. But health, the same energy and range mods and strength mods. So hopefully we get to keep that. And hopefully the modulars are great. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Build videos will be coming later, especially on how to kill the Hemocyte and how to crush Plaguestar, but that's later. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I hope you all have a great day.